This is making me feel ill just by looking at this. Well, this is what your project's going to look like before you get ready to paint. Yes, I'm taking down all the light fixtures. I even took the ceiling fan all apart, took that down, took the track light pieces down. On the track lighting, I was going to take just the heads down, but then I looked at this and I was measuring it, and this one was kind of going crooked as it was, and so I thought, well, since I'm going to fix that, I might as well do that. And you know, with it being like this, can you see how when you start painting with the roller, it's going to go really nice and easy. I won't have to worry about too many things. Yes, granted, I've got some fire sprinklers I'm going to have to cut around, and this condo happens to have fire sprinklers, and that's a good upgrade. If you ever get a chance to purchase a condo, you might want to see if it's got fire sprinklers in it, because lots of them nowadays do. Now see, this vertical blind still needs to come down, and I was toying with the idea of trying to take that down by myself, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have Momi help me. And I've taken vertical blinds like this down before by leaving these slats on here. They're just vinyl. They're just vinyl slats. Okay, nice and flexible and stuff. And I don't, you know, it's kind of tricky to do that. And sometimes they have a tendency to want to snap off at the little connection right there. And see, one of those have already came off. That was missing when we got here. And once I put them all back up, I'm going to take the end one right here, and I'm going to put that over at the front one. You see, because that won't matter as much on the end. So I can make it work. And I was looking at this, and I was like, am I going to take all the little individual brackets off too? You know, yes, I'm going to. And it's only, you know, it's only got one little screw thing on there, and I was standing back, and I was trying to look at stuff, and it looks like it's straight from there to about there. Then it kind of goes up at a slight angle, and I measured off of this ceiling, and sure enough, this takes a dive up at the end. So I'm going to have to remember that, because lots of times, like on these blinds, because I know I'm going to put them back up, I don't have to caulk. Obviously, I'm not going to caulk the holes, where the mounting screws are. Now, granted, the other ones I'll caulk, you know, those bottom ones from a different one. But see that one screw right there? I'm going to leave that hole, because that'll tell me where to reposition things when I get it back up. But this one, I'm going to go. This one over here, I'm going to once I take that bracket off that's attached to the sheetrock, the drywall, I'm going to caulk that one because it's up too high. I'm going to have to remember that, or I'll look at that. If there's a way that I know that bracket can slide down on the, if there's a slot right there, I can slide it down, but I don't think there is. So I'll just have to be mindful of that. And so I took all the eyeball cans out, and once I took the can lights out, I put the bulbs back in. That way, when I turn the light switch on, I'll still have a little bit of light. Okay, sometimes I can do that, sometimes I can't. These smaller eyeball cans, they had a funky trim on it, so, you know, I just kind of squeezed it together and kind of slid it up there. I could put the bulb back in, but, you know, I don't really need to do that. Okay, the doorbell cover is off, the vent cover, the exhaust fan vent cover's off. I took the lights down over here, and I'll take this mirror down. It's just got one little bracket there. I could just lift that off and be done with it. And even on these, we're going to go ahead and clean everything. This is a good time to clean all your fixtures and everything too. I'm going to take this fan out. There's just one screw on it, and that insert will come out. Then we can clean out all the junk that's inside the actual fan housing. You know, the plastic fan blades that go around. I can clean all that stuff out, get that all out, and it's kind of a good thing to do that every so often, you know, maintenance wise. Okay, and then there was even a shelf. I just took it down. I'll remember where it goes, and I decided it's going to go exactly where it came down, so I know that, so I won't caulk those holes or anything. Let's go upstairs and see what's going on there, and see what all I've done up here. Here's all my stuff. Well, in a couple rooms, all the wall sconces I took out. The actual light fixtures, don't just take the trim cover off and then say, oh, I'll cut around the rest. Take the whole thing down. And that's what I did. And this had all kinds of shelving in here. I took them all out, and I'll remember how it goes back up. If you don't remember, take a picture of it or something like that. So I got all my stuff right here. Everything's all taken out of the bathroom except that mirror, and I'll still take that out. Okay, and have you ever this is an 8-foot fiberglass ladder. Have you ever tried to put one of those in an SUV all the way and close the hatch? Yeah, it'll fit. I did that and was real careful with it. Put some towels up so it didn't rub on the leather and all that. And see up here, this is the that's an intake. That's the air return for the air conditioner. I'm going to take that whole cover off probably. And I'll look at it and see. And there was another one up high too. That way I can check the filters anyways. See, here's one real high up there. And even the smoke alarms. I'm going to go ahead and take the smoke alarms off. And they're not that difficult to take off. You'll see. And that way, look how tall that one is way up there. That way, those won't, I won't have to cut in around all those, but I'm just leaving them up there until I get ready to paint the ceiling. Once I get ready to paint the ceiling, then they'll come down. Then when I'm done with the ceiling the next day, I'll put them back up because I want everything to be covered. I don't want to leave those down the entire time that I'm painting. I'm doing all kinds of other stuff in here because I want this place to still be protected. And yes, of course, I still have to take out all the cover plates for the plugs and the switches and blank plates, and I'm even going to take these out. Coaxial cable covers. I'll unscrew that, take it out, but I'm not gonna disconnect anything on there. If I can't get the cover disconnected from these, I can just tilt the cover and put some masking tape around it and then slide it in sideways in the hole. You know, just so I can not have to cut in around it. And where the washer and dryer is, I thought, how am I going to shimmy down in there and be like a little munchkin and get down in there and paint all that? And maybe I'll just go down a little bit. And I thought, nothing doing. I'm going to take these doors off. I'm going to slide the dryer out because I think the dryer isn't as heavy as the washing machine. I'll slide that up, get some cardboard so it doesn't dig in, so I don't get any grease marks or anything on the floor or whatever. I'll slide that out of here. Then I've got enough room to work in this one little section. Then I'll take the washing machine, slide that over this way, and then get back in there and do that, and then slide that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I'll get it all done. And I can do it myself. I don't need anybody to help me, and I don't want to take this. This is so heavy. I don't want to take it out and bring it out here along with the dryer. I don't think I have to. I think I can just leave that in there. That way I can do it myself, and I don't have to bring it out on the carpet. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit more difficult to get it all done, but hey, I can do it. I can do it. And see, in this master, I still have to take this ceiling fan down. I've got some mini blind things. I still have to take that down. And I've got, look at all these shelves that were in that closet. I got it figured out where they go, and I put some marks on the wall. I put some marks exactly where the top is and stuff. And I thought, after I paint, if I can see the little pencil mark, that's fine, because nobody will ever see that pencil mark. Once this comes back up, it's going to be right on the edge. And see, this one has the little screw-in anchor, so once I attach that, I know where the top goes. This had volley bolts in it, or toggle bolts, and so once I put that up there, this is going to slide. That's why I put the line on there. And what I might do is take a picture of this, or I can measure and write it down on a piece of paper or something, so I know where the top line, the top mark is. That way when I get it all painted, if those lines go away, okay, no biggie. I just take out my little diagram, because see, this one here doesn't even go all the way over. The last bit stops there, and the last person just left this over here, didn't paint it, so I can measure off the edge over to there, so that's where the end of that starts, and the top down and all that. And I know that one goes over that way, and they installed that one and put it right into the stud, so that's okay. Look how many times they tried to find the stud, boom, 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 with their nails, but that's going to be all covered up. And this just happened to be in the closet. That's the stairwell as it goes on down, and they made it a little bit easier to get to the shelf up here, because that's kind of a pain, stepping right here and not being able to reach your shelves. And so somebody built two little steps. You see this? I removed that so I could get it painted and cleaned it all up. And there was two steps there. And that was set in there and screwed down. I cleaned that all up and have it. I've got it all ready. And so today I'm gonna get everything ready. Now see this room. After I take the ceiling fan down, I'm gonna kind of set everything kind of in the middle. That way I can have it open along where the baseboard is and stuff, because what's the next step after I get all this stuff ready? Kind of like this room. Kind of like this room here. What's the next step here? Well, Momi's gonna come over here later, and she wants to help. And so one of the things I can have her do is clean the baseboard. When's the last time the top edge of your baseboard and where the OG trim is has been cleaned? It hasn't been for a while, and if you got the top edge is kind of sticking out a little bit, you might find there's a lot of dust that's accumulated there. It might be kind of sticky and stuff. Now's a good time to clean it, right? Because you don't want to paint over baseboard that's got dust on it and that's got sticky stuff on it. Now's even if this doesn't have a whole lot of that, I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to clean it with my standby simple green, of course, and then I'll wipe it down, and then after it's dry, is it ready to be painted yet? No, not ready to be painted after that. I'll take some sandpaper, lightly etch it, and I got a paddle sander, and I'll show you that later. Paddle sander, and I'll just kind of run it on there, and then I'll kind of sand the top a little bit, the top, you know, from this edge up, just a little. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. You're just etching the top of the paint. All you're doing is putting some very fine little lines in it, so that the paint will stick easier and stuff. And I'll do the same thing with the window stools. I'll lightly sand those, and before I put the paint on, and then I'll check around the edges where the old caulking is cracked and stuff. I'll clean that off, and where the paint's over on the frame, I'll take that off, and I'll do a good number, and I'll check all that stuff. See there? You know, do I want to leave that even when I put a blind in there? No, because I'm doing a job, and I want to do the job to the best of my ability. Okay, so I've got lots more things to do before I even think about getting the paintbrush out or the roller out. You know, when you get ready to paint, you don't want to just say, oh, let's just start painting, and I'll kind of mess around with the other stuff later. And some people I've seen, it cracks me up, they'll paint around the cover plates, and they won't even take the cover plates off. They do. I've seen all kinds of stuff, and around light fixtures, they'll paint around those, and they'll just paint around anything. You know, if somebody's going to paint a door, I've seen some people leave everything like this and try to, I'll just paint that in place with a mini roller, and then I'll use a paintbrush and go around the other stuff, and then when everything dries, the mini roller throws stipple finish on it, and then the paintbrush is more finer around the finish after you paint on there, and then you see, oh yeah, I see what they did. And then they got paint, a little bit of paint around the edge, a little paint around the door latch, a little paint around the hinges, little paint around the door strike plate, and all that. Nothing doing. Take that stuff off. And in fact, I'm gonna be repainting these doors, and Momi wants new hardware, so that'll be a good time to change all this. Even if this gold finish was going to stay, I mean, it looks pretty good. I would still to paint these doors, I would still take them down into the garage, take the hinges off the door jamb, take the doorknob off, take the latch off, take the door bumper off, take the strike plate off, do all that stuff before I paint, before I clean the door jambs and wipe those all down and sand them. And then after you sand, you gotta wipe that down. I mean, there's a lot to do when you're talking about repainting everything. You ever heard painters, or you ever heard somebody say it's all in the prep? Well, it is all in the prep. Do things right and get your job done looking good. So when you get done with this entire job, it's gonna look like a professional did it. And you'll be like, wow, I did it myself, and it actually turned out really good. Even this handrail, I'm taking this handrail down because, again, it's got gold finish, and we're going to change that to nickel finish. And if they don't have nickel finished little brackets, they'll have brushed chrome brackets, and that'll be good enough. So those are going to be all changed out, and then I'm going to take this out in the garage and finish it out there. It's very difficult to try to paint these in place. Even if the gold was going to stay, and you think, oh, I'll just paint that, and I'll put the weenie roller around here, and I'll cut it in and stuff. It never turns out as good as taking it all down and starting from scratch. Okay, well, I guess I better get busy. So I'll be checking all kinds of fun things out here at this condo. Hopefully you'll watch some more of this and learn more as you go. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Ah, such an awesome view.